Hello dear student, how are you all? I think everyone are fine there. So student, welcome back to English class. Student, in today's class we are going to discuss about the syllabus paper and we are going to revise the questions which will be expected there in tomorrow's exam. As you know, tomorrow is your English exam and everyone are well prepared for the English test. Okay. So if you are well prepared for the English test, so you should give a good test. Is it or no, student? Yes. So student, in the tomorrow's post-term 1 examination, so question will be based on honeydew and it so happened. Some of the questions will be asked from honeydew and some of the questions will be asked from it so happened book. Do you know the camel got his hump? It is coming there in the syllabus. So student, how to attend the test and whatever the questions you have to attend it and how you have to write the answers, okay, to an question, and even what is a way of attending the unseen passage and what is the way of attending the unseen poem have been already given to each and everyone, okay, based on the video which is being uploaded there with this video. Okay, so everyone should watch the video which is related to the question paper pattern video related to the syllabus. Okay, watch it thoroughly and understand it, and afterwards watch this video. Okay student, let's discuss what the syllabus paper says and let's do the revision whatever you have or we learned there in the class paper. Which one? Class 8 post term 1 English syllabus paper. So here you will get serial number 1, which is unit number 1, and the name of the lesson is lesson number 1, the best Christmas present in the world. The best Christmas present in the world. So student, this lesson is taken for the literature portion. For what? For literature portion. So let's quickly revise about this lesson. In this lesson, there is one writer and the name of the writer is Michael. So he have written the such a beautiful story for the class 8th English textbook, and this story tells about the situation and incident which took place there on the border of Germany and England. So there the Captain Jim Macpherson writing a letter to his wife Mrs. Jim Macpherson. So, but that letter is never reached to Mrs. Jim Macpherson, and at last that letter was taken by the Michael and it was handed over to the Mrs. Jim Macpherson, and she became too happy by receiving this letter. Okay, the whole lesson is based on the events, the action, and uh, the warlike situation, even some enjoying moment, okay, which were happened there on the bottom, and how the soldiers react with each another and how they celebrated the Christmas festival. So in last, in the conclusion of the lesson, you will get that how the value of the person, the morality of the person plays a very important role in one's life. Here Mrs. Jim Macpherson waiting for her husband's letter, okay, she never gets. After all, she is handed over by the letter by Michael, and she accept the Michael as her own husband because her husband promised her that on the day of Christmas Eve I will come back to home with this letter. This is what he promised. So she realizes that Michael is my husband, and both of them were enjoying such a good moment there in the nursing home, there in the old age home. All right, so this is what we have discussed in this lesson. So student, read the text thoroughly from the beginning till last, okay, and read all those questions which were asked straightforward in WH question forms: what, where, when, why, okay, how. If these kind of questions you will find there in the exercise, so revise it, okay, and read it carefully. Don't need to read the questions, okay, where the question is asking about your opinions, about your views, about your understanding. So these kind of questions were not expected there for the tomorrow's exam. Understood? Then comes the poem. Okay, of unit number 1's the poem number 1, the ant and the cricket. The ant and the cricket. So you know betterly about this poem, the ant and the cricket, and about this poem we have already discussed there in the video, less video, recorded video, where I have narrated the poem and explained each and every single line, even the word about this poem in a such an understandable manner. So ant are very, okay, they are very hard worker and they used to work day and night, but here the cricket is always depended over the ant and he don't used to do anything. At last he used to depend on ant and ant neglects him and ant left him to be there in the winter, okay, on his own condition. This is what we have learned here, okay, in this poem. So what morality we will get this from this poem? That everyone should do hard work in their life. They shouldn't be dependent on others. If they depend, then what happens in their life, how the ant have did with cricket, it might be happening. Okay, so this is what we have discussed. Then comes the unit number 2's lesson number 2, the tsunami. Okay, we have discussed about the lesson number 2 tsunami in a such deep manner. Then comes the geography lesson. Okay, this is also a very good poem, poem number 2. Then comes the unit number 3's lesson number 3, glimpses of the past. We have discussed this lesson in 4 to 5 parts and each and everything seen very thoroughly. Then related to this lesson then comes one poem number 3, the Macavity, the mysterious cat. So student, this poem has not been taken there on the syllabus, no issue. Macavity, the mysterious cat, okay, or the mysterious cat, it is not taken there in the syllabus. So just exempt it. We have taken it for just for the purpose of substitution, so it is not taught there in the class. No questions would be expected from this, no issue. All right, in the grammar portion you will get tenses, parts of speech, identifying pronoun, okay, and even the point questions will be based on behind the exercises of every lesson. So do you know tenses? Tenses are divided among three parts, okay. First one is past, another present, another one is future. Among past there is simple past, okay, past perfect or past continuous, past perfect continuous. Then comes present, simple present, present perfect, present continuous, past present perfect continuous. Then comes simple future, future perfect, future continuous, and future perfect continuous. Okay, this is all about tenses. Then comes the parts of speech. What are they? Parts of speech. Do you know 8 parts of speech? Noun, pronoun, okay, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. So these are called, okay, 8 parts of speech. So it should be well familiar to each and everyone. Then comes the identifying pronoun. Okay, so here how the questions will be expected. Question will be given, okay, the underlined portion you have to guess which parts of speech it is. Then in the parts of speech question will be given, the underlined portion you have to guess which parts of speech or here in which tense you have to find it out. Then an underlined word will be given, you have to find its pronoun. Okay, so all the questions will be based on behind the exercise of every lesson. So student, revise this whole portion thoroughly, read the text from beginning till last, okay, understand the answers what you have written there in your notebook, and this is what you have to follow. All right students, so after all, best of luck for tomorrow's exam. Do well. If you have any doubts related to anything, just text me there in the WhatsApp. I'm going to clarify it. Okay student, fine, take care, have a nice day.